Hey there, guys. This is French Toast Vapes. We're going to be reviewing the Rig mod today. This is a clone, though, and my idea on clones is if it's pretty much the same as the Authentic and it just doesn't have like the branding on the bottom and stuff, and it's safe. I mean, there's really no point in spending the extra $200 to get Authentic mod. I mean, unless you're a collector and stuff. But if you're just a vapor like me, wants to get some really good clouds, which this thing does produce, this will definitely get you there, and it's pretty cheap for as it is a clone. Okay, so this is the version 1. They do have a version 2. I'm not sure if they have any clones of that out yet because the version 2 is pretty new, but this is the version 1 right there. It's a really thick mod for especially for just a single battery. It's really thick, really heavy. So to get this off, this is just a 22 millimeter wide, stainless steel finish mod, so it's pretty standard. Any 22 millimeter RDA will fit right there, and even a bigger one if you don't mind the hangover. So it does have copper contacts like that right there. That's a copper one right there. Let me show the inside there. So there's a copper contact right there. Take out my battery. You can see in there the copper's right there, and then there's the Delrin insulator that comes with it, so your battery doesn't risk anything of blowing up. Put that back on. Okay, so yeah, it does have positive battery ventilation. I don't really see where it does. That might be a mislead on what they were selling it as, because, well, I guess right there, you can get some airflow in the bottom of there. You maybe be able to see the dip. Yeah, you can kind of see it. You'll be getting a little bit of airflow in there, but not too much. So this thing will get pretty hot especially if you chain vape it. So it is a single battery, of course. It's pretty, the battery life on it doesn't really run the batteries too bad. It's pretty simple, just pop a battery in there, screw that on. One thing you will have to do, you will have to adjust the screw right there. It's pretty simple to fit your mod on there, screw it in there, and then this, you have to adjust that if your battery isn't touching it all the way. You'd adjust that top one right there. Pretty simple though. It's not a really great thing. Okay, so I'm gonna get to the pros on this thing now. Okay, so it is a great hitter, like I said, especially if you get a good RDA and a good build in there. This thing will definitely chuck the clouds, especially for a single battery mod. It does have decent paint on it, especially for a clone. You can see it's pretty glossy, pretty shiny. I will say right there, if you focus that, you can kind of see the paint chips right there, but your RDA is going to be on there, so that's not really visible, so it's not going to be too bad. Other than that, though, I've been carrying this thing around, and there's no other things or anything like that. Oh, that was a shipping error right there, or maybe it was the manufacturer, but there's a little dent right there, but it doesn't do anything. And that's the firing button. It's pretty sturdy. Definitely won't misfire on you. You can set it down, you can slam it down, it wouldn't ever fire because the button is inside. Okay, so some of the cons and another good thing I had was it does have a really good logo. It's really good etched on there. You can definitely feel like the grooves, and it looks really nice. It looks just like the Authentic one, so I don't see what the point is in buying the $250 mod. Okay, so now the cons here. It does get pretty hot, like I said, especially with the battery being closed off, and basically there's no air going into it besides that little tiny bit that was in there. The top cap isn't really flush. You can kind of tell. That's probably something the Authentic does have. If you're really worried about that top cap, you can still see the line between it. It's not really a slim fit right there. But other than that, though, my experience with this is pretty good, especially for a clone. Like I said, I usually get Authentic stuff, but if it's a clone and it's cheap and it's a lot less expensive than the actual one, I will go ahead and get it. Other than that, though, it's a pretty standard mech clone. You'll definitely get what you pay for on this. I really like it, and I'll show you guys how it vapes in the FaceTime. All right, so this is my Rig V1 clone I got on eBay. We'll link that in the description. It's a pretty good pretty good mod, sorry. I have this running on my Doge V2, V4. It's a really nice heavy hitter. Yeah, for a single battery mech mod, you can't get, the Rig is by far, I used to have the copper one. I gave that to one of my friends, but I decided I wanted to get another one because I honestly really, really loved it. This is my first mech mod that I actually bought. My other one was given to me. So So yeah, all in all for this clone for 20 bucks, I mean, you can't beat it. I mean, you can clearly see the clouds on it are nice, especially for a mech mod. Fits easily in your pocket. It's pretty heavy, pretty bulky, but it still will fit in your pocket pretty nice. And with the button being on the bottom, it doesn't really affect, you know, you can, I mean, I guess there could be a rare circumstance in which there's something under in your pocket that would push it to a fire, but I highly doubt it if, you know, you're just putting it in your pocket. Pretty discreet mod if you just, you know, take it out, vape it, and you can put it up if you want to do. So yeah, so I would definitely recommend this mod to anybody that's just wanting to get a pretty cheap clone, a nice heavy hitter, and the battery on it is pretty good. So yeah, thanks for watching and check out our other videos.